Welcome once again to Eddie's Rant and Rave. I got two things I want to talk about on this segment. First of all, I want to talk about former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani's um, comments about how he doesn't think that President Obama truly loves this country. You know, it is amazing how, as African Americans, our patriotism is always called into question. But Mr. Giuliani needs to remember that there was a time in this country that anybody that came over here who was designated with any kind of a hyphenated ethnic name, like African Americans, Irish American, Italian Americans, which I believe he belongs to, the group he belongs to. Um, there was a time when they were treated badly and they were looked at as suspect also, and people somewhat probably questioned their patriotism and whether they truly love this country. I don't think anyone in their right mind would seek the office of United States President, particularly when you consider what this man inherited coming into office, unless they love this country. Now, one thing I will agree with that Mr. Giuliani said was I will agree that about the president being, I think the word he used was disenchanted or something like that, and perhaps the president is disenchanted with the things, with the status quo, as many of our citizens are. So I guess maybe our patriotism needs to be called into question too, and that's not just along racial lines. That's along economic lines, any other kind of lines that you want to choose. So, Mayor Giuliani, I think that was highly inappropriate. And Bobby General, I don't know how, and you managed to let people. I see that Bobby General came to his aid, agreeing with him wholeheartedly or whatever. You need to remember that you're in a state called Louisiana, and your complexion is about you're about the same complexion. Perhaps you put your complexion actually is darker than President Obama's. So don't be fooled and think that people look upon you all that kindly either. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now the other thing I want to talk about is tonight was the Oscars presentation, and there is some dissension I've been hearing on some of the black talk shows about how, particularly Tom Jones shows, which the one I listen to most, about how the movie Selma was overlooked. You know, it did get a nomination for Best Picture and for Song of the Year or something like that. But the director, who's an African American female, and none of the actors were nominated for anything. As African Americans, we need to quit relying on other groups, particularly white people. And I don't care. I don't mean for that to sound racist, but if you look at the Oscars, who the panel is made up of, I think it's like was it 83 or 90%, 93% white people, older white men over the age of I think around 60 or 70 years old, something like that. So the thing is, we need to quit relying on. I mean, we shouldn't find it surprising that, given that people get over films that are made by African American directors or with African American cast are overlooked. They've been snubbing Spike Lee for years, but Spike Lee goes ahead and does his thing. That's what we need to do. We have our own version of award shows and the BET Awards, which I know they're not all that yet, but it's a start. And we have the NAACP Image Awards. So we need to quit relying on or waiting for someone else to validate us and our worth. Sometimes, as the gospel song says, you have to encourage yourself. So keep on keeping on and encourage yourself and keep moving. Thank you.